let's start with how I got started as a VTuber, what inspired me, how I thought of my design and everything. You will be surprised how little thought I put into everything and how much anxiety I went through for this kind of a mess. I went through, okay? But here we go. These are all the art that I've gotten over the time. I have my emotes, I got a little chibi, and then this is for Halloween. Not Halloween, this is for Christmas. Alright, so the first one, how I learned about VTubers. I've actually known about VTubers for a long time, like probably a few years before I started, but I didn't really know too much about it. And I think like the initial technology did not look that great, so I wasn't really interested in it. But then one day on my YouTube recommendation, this popped up. It was Henya the Genius. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I wanna try watching a video and see what this is about, like VTubers, because I never really understood it. And then I ended up spending hours and hours just watching clips and videos of mostly Henya, but then I started moving over to Zentrea because I was really interested in all that and also the 3D aspects of everything, including like all the technology that goes into this and like all the capabilities of Vishojo. It was mostly like all Vishojo stuff that I was watching, and then I guess it inspired me because of all the amazement of everything. And it looks like everyone was having fun, and I definitely gotta say it was a lot of fun. I made so many friends through this, and I definitely liked that was a new experience, and I was able to stream while staying anonymous. Like I don't need to show my face. I can still express myself, not just through voice, but through a model that, while still limited at times, but I can do so much more movement and everything, which is absolutely amazing. It is the best part. It's absolutely the best part. Nobody knows who I am. They don't know what I look like, and I prefer it that way. And yeah, it's just something I'm just not comfortable with. I'm a massive introvert. Anyways, I did a lot of research. Here's some images, some like initial designs of my character. I did have like a little bit of a different eyes, but we kind of went with a softer look. This one was more of a sharper one, and I got it done through Rico Studio on Fiverr. The amazing thing is, I did very little research into this. I didn't even know about VGen. All I knew was, oh, I guess I can hire someone through Fiverr. And nope, you can also go through VGen, which is more VTuber orientated. But I had no idea. But luckily, and honestly, very luckily, I came upon Rico Studio, who did an amazing job. And honestly, their price is so good. And I definitely recommend, if anyone does want to try VTubing, definitely check them out. My link for them is in the panels down below if you just scroll down. I'll also put it in the YouTube description as well. Definitely huge shout out to Rico Studios. I very much appreciate everything they did. And they are amazing with communication as well. They definitely helped me out with a lot of stuff because I didn't know what I was looking for. I had no idea. I literally just commissioned them with almost like no idea behind what I was doing with my design. And I kind of ended up going with like some base, it's like male protagonist from an anime design-ish. And so you can see I evolved. Went from a chibi fox YouTuber. Of course, I still use my old model too because I really like it too. But mostly this one. By researching Google, show me a late default. I totally did that. I definitely did that. Yeah, and there it is. Rico Studios. Amazing help. And after I received my model, honestly, I was fully anxious as soon as I got it. I was so scared of starting out. I didn't know where to begin, and I didn't know if this model even fit me. Because as soon as I did a little recording, testing out all the movements, and then as soon as my voice came in, I was like, oh no, I don't think this matches. This might be a mistake. And I was so scared. Yeah, Yeah, I was so scared at the beginning. I didn't know. I didn't think about a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna let you guys on a little secret here. A little IRL secret here. I didn't think about the skin color either. So a little thing. I'm darker skinned. That's as far I was gonna say. But as soon as I received it, I was like, oh, I didn't think about any of this. Is this fine? Is this gonna cause issues? Honestly, people just don't really care. I was so happy about that. I was like, oh my god, I thought I messed up really badly. Because honestly, skin color is not something I really think about. I just wanted to design something I was really interested in and something I wanted to use. Yeah. I'm glad I got over that anxiety and now here I am. Next slide. Alright. This is where we get started with my first stream and my first viewer experience. So technically my first day was in July 25th. I did kind of test streams before that just to kind of try out everything to see how everything worked out. And you know, the worst mistake I did for a benchmark for testing my stream on a single PC, I played Battlefield 2042 as the first game to test out if my PC can handle streaming. That was a huge mistake. That game uses up so much resource and I was struggling. Imagine testing stuff beforehand. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything was working fine. I did this like way before. But yeah, first stream Battlefield 2042. Stream looked like it was at 360p because Twitch, you know, they kind of suppress you if you aren't affiliated, so you don't get like the best quality. But even then, I was still stuttering at times and struggling here and there. But overall, it was okay. Until, hey, my first viewer. At least you tried it on a test stream, yeah. I got my first viewer. You know, this is something you'd probably be excited about, getting someone who comes in and starts talking to you. And you're super excited. They're super awesome. Like, yeah, friend. Yeah, friend. Yeah, friend. Uh-huh. Yeah, I had the best experience with my first viewer. Yeah. Honestly, this is actually really common, but yeah, sometimes you get some people who I guess aren't doing too well emotionally, and it's really common, but they kind of target smaller streamers and just kind of start interacting with them, acting all friendly. And over time, yeah, they started being a little too parasocial with you. Little too parasocial. And the mistake I did is I didn't know about this. So I hadn't even set up a Discord server yet. And they started following me everywhere, like on Twitter and everything. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't have a Discord server yet, but you know what? I can add you as a friend on Discord instead. Before I have that set up, every single day they were like, good morning, how are you doing? And then a day later, 2 days later, hey, can we get in a call? You want to call? We can talk to each other. And I was super nervous. I'm not very comfortable with that sort of thing. Especially with people I'm not used to. Like, it's kind of hard for me just jumping into calls. I get really anxious. Like, I'm a huge introvert, as I said. Yeah. And I kind of tried to say, like, oh, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want to do that. I'm not used to people doing that. But they kind of pushed me, and eventually I joined a call with them, and I was so uncomfortable. They were making, like, weird jokes. They were just asking me personal questions, which luckily I did not answer at all. Yeah, it was really, really bad. And yeah, over time, I think I went into 2 calls with them. My first call, and then I made up an excuse that I had to go stream. So I started streaming. I actually started streaming the finals. I was playing through that. And then after stream, immediately they tried to call me, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be rude, so I'll just accept it. Maybe it was the Canadian blood in me, but I was a little it was a little too hard for me to say no. Um, but eventually, I made a smart decision. Actually, yeah, we'll just talk about that, like how it affected me. But it caused me a lot of anxiety. Like, it was pretty bad. I recorded everything too, just in case, because it was getting really, really odd. So I made sure all the calls, all the chat, everything was recorded because I was kind of scared because a lot of people got exposed for stuff, and I'm like, I feel like some people were just like edit things. Yeah, lesson learned, be rude. No, it's okay, it's okay. It was honestly a massive learning experience, and I'm kind of appreciative of that before I started really getting viewers, so it actually worked out really well. But at the beginning, not so much. What I ended up doing is I went on Reddit. I made a post about it, and I found out this is so frequent. Like, it happens to so many people, especially streamers who don't have any viewers or who are just starting out, and a lot of them don't know how to deal with it, and it's completely understandable because it's something like you never really encounter with other people most of the time, like IRL. But yeah, they recommended me, they gave me the push that I needed to block this individual. I told them, I don't want to deal with this. You are affecting my mood. You're affecting my mental state. It's pretty bad for me. So I'm gonna block you and be done with it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait. I messed up. I went too early. Don't look. Don't look. I clicked by accident. Good. Good. You didn't see a single thing. Nothing happened. I clicked too early. Oh my god, I keep doing that. I wish there was an easier way of just going back. Oh, there is an easier way of going back. Yeah. So anyways, I'm not completely done with that, but it's even after the fact that I got rid of them, it just kind of turned me away a little bit from streaming. So I kind of made up excuses why not to stream, and over time I kind of stopped streaming. Between like a month, I was taking little bits, just maybe like a stream a week, and then I slowly started moving to like an entire month I didn't stream at all. I didn't do anything. I kind of avoided Twitch. I kind of avoided everything, and it was pretty bad. And yeah, I was just like, oof. But then I looked at my bank account and I was like, oh my god, I spent so much money on this model. Even though people spend like thousands, this was like hundreds for me. And I just slapped myself in the face. Literally slapped myself in the face. Except I wasn't muscular. I'm not muscular like Terry Crews. So it was more like bony slaps. Yeah. So what I did, because I was honestly having issues with streaming too, having a single PC setup, I bought a new laptop. And then I spent hours of like every day trying to set up dual PC streaming, and it was the most annoying thing to do. It took so long to set up. It was so painful. But I managed to do it. It was like the most janky setup I could have done. But it is there. And got for being Trevor Brook, I guess, since it brought you back. It did. It made me stronger. It was a learning experience, and it made me stronger. And I deal with these much better. I don't stand for any BS gaslighters who come in here. You get in here, you're banned right now. Anyways, after that, I don't like the word networking because it feels really out of there. I don't know. It feels like business like, but that was like the best word I could think of. So I went on Twitter. I started talking to people. I started interacting with posts. I started getting to know people. I got to know so many people. I think the first few people I got to know was Lihari, who I 100% appreciate. He's the one who helped me get to affiliate from literally streaming from July 25th to August 13. Within those days, I became affiliate. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It was actually honestly the fast. I never expected that, and it was amazing. She helped me out a lot, and I honestly highly appreciate her. And she adopted me, and she's my mom. Just gonna say that, yeah. She does she did adopt like 200 other people though, but I'm one of the few who stayed. Yeah, that happened. But yeah, that's the thing. And then I slowly got to know more people. I got to know a lot of VTubers. And a funny thing is, eventually I was like, oh my god, all I know are female VTubers. I want to get to know some male VTubers too. And that's literally how I met Hunter. Literally, I was like, oh my god, I want to search around, and then I came across Hunter, and I responded to him, and we started talking, and then that's literally how I met him. That's how I got to know him. Imagine doing VTubers with him. What's that? Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like VTubers definitely not like streamers. You encounter more female VTubers, but yeah, nothing wrong with that. Honestly, we can all be friends. We're all great friends. Yeah, and I really appreciate every single one of you too. Of course, of course. Thank you for being great fans. But next, yeah. Oh wait, that's probably part of it. I definitely pushed myself out of my comfort zone. Um, IRL, I do have social media, but I never use it. Literally, all I do is use like messenger apps, and I barely still use those as well. I'm a huge introvert. I've said it so many times, but you will find it impossible to find me interacting on Facebook, on Instagram, on anything like that. I'm so closed off. People don't know where who I am like most time or where I am, what I'm doing. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even when I'm going on vacation or anything, I don't even take pictures. Absolutely nothing. But as a VTuber, I kind of pushed myself out there and I started slowly like changing it up. And now I post way too much. I kind of got addicted to Twitter at the beginning too. I started posting like 4 or 5 tweets a day in the mornings. And I was like, wait, what am I doing? I was literally tweeting when I was going for a walk. Even I don't know where I am exactly. But now everybody knows where I am. Not really, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, it was such a big change. I was surprised I got there. I was honestly like, it was kind of a shocker because that's not really who I am, and it just kind of changed me up a lot. Anyways, let's go. Next slide. I kind of wanted to show you guys my evolution of backgrounds. So here, you guys probably know this one, but I got this one made. I had the help of Def's Audio, and a couple other people in his Discord server while I was making this really quick sketch of a background, kind of a placeholder, and it ended up staying for a long time because the background that I commissioned took 6 months to make, even though it shouldn't have. Honestly, I kind of regret that. But anyways, I'm not going to mention anything about that. But here's the first iteration. Then we got the second iteration. Of course, gotta have portraits of me and a computer. Because we're gamers, right? We're gamers. And then the third iteration. Look. Blue made that for me, and I replaced all my frames with that. Blue made that. And then my fourth one. Oh, I kind of had to move out of the way for this one. Oh, there's the Halloween one. But I did a little something special with the Halloween one, which I want to show you guys. It was super fun to do, and I learned a lot with Photoshop when I was doing that. Not Photoshop. I think it was Premiere Pro. Yeah, Premiere Pro when I was doing that. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I was a little conscious of that, and I made the regretful situation where I kind of got an AI background one. and I used it for 2 streams, and it made me super uncomfortable. And I instantly removed it and deleted it. And I was like, oh, I don't know why I did that. But that's a learning experience. I'm never using anything AI ever again. But here we go. This is my special one that I made for Halloween. And I thought it turned out pretty amazing. Look at it. Look at it. We got lightning. It's amazing. I love it so much. I'm surprised. That's like... It looks like nothing, but I was like, this is so cool. I can't believe I was able to do something like this on my own. But yeah, that's that showcase for my backgrounds. Now we have this, and I don't use this too much, but I also have this. Quite the evolution, isn't it? Huh. Yeah. Also, I did say I was going to follow a script, but surprisingly, I'm managing to get by without a script. I've completely like, threw it away. It is. It is. All right. I did talk about all of my growth over time. I've learned a lot. It's honestly been an amazing experience, and I made so many friends. I'm going to shout out like Meadow, Tatch, Dory, you guys who here, Scott, Hunter, Liari, Sora, Sarah. There's so many people. I was like, I'm not gonna shout out every single person. There's too many people. I've gotten to know way too many. It's probably in the hundreds that I've gotten to know in just less than a year. Less than a year, which is amazing. Literally, my 1 year anniversary is in 2 months. And Jack, of course, Jack, yeah. We got my group Iron Man buddy, of course. Yeah, there we go. Oh, also, I wanted to show this because I found this on my computer and I was like, this is super funny. This is the time I accidentally modded a bot trying to ban it. Yeah. So Twitch, what they did is they updated their little, like, their formatting for, like, when you click their names, there used to be a ban and a mod button right beside each other, right? So I just assumed it was the same place. I just like clicked really quickly, and then all of a sudden the bot was a moderator. I was like, wait, what happened? What'd I do? Huh? What? And then I quickly banned it. I was like, I was just clicking randomly quickly, and it just, yeah, that was quite the experience. And then, because I was talking about friends, I googled friends stock images. I got these guys. For some reason, they're eating sausage rolls and taking pictures, and I just thought it was really funny, so I posted that. How's that? Look, we're all friends. We're all eating sausage rolls, having the time of our life. Amazing. Oh, and also art. I love this one. Also, this one looks more mature. This one looks like I'm mature, so I was like, you know, this is me growing. I'm maturing. All right. And now finally, I want to say thank you to everybody. Followers, moderators, friends, everybody for everything they've done, for being here with me. And absolutely all. And I use this because it's really cute. It's Stitch. Okay. Now, the next part of my my goals, my 500 follower goals. I think quite a few of you know what it is. What is next? For the 500 followers. I'm gonna cry. I don't want to play this game. I'm terrified. We're only 13 followers away from this happening. 13 followers away from alien isolation. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I watched Markiplier play this, and I was hidden under a blanket the whole time. I was scared. The most amazing thing though is I've never played a horror game ever before I started streaming. I was absolutely terrified. I played Monstrum for 5 minutes and I got so scared I alt F4'd as soon as I heard stomping. Yeah. And somehow I'm playing horror games now. It's crazy. Soon, you got this? No, I don't. I feel like I need like someone with me to play this game. It's so terrifying. But yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. And you know, I might stream this for quite a long time. Like I'm probably gonna do a long stream of this. I will not be. I probably won't beat this in one stream though. I checked and it was 18 hours long. I cannot stay up for 24 hours. I will literally start passing out after staying away for 20 hours. Like it's just not something possible for me. Actually, I say 20 hours, but like streaming takes a lot more out of you, but it's like it gets even more exhausting. It's not worth it. I don't know. Hunter's done it like 3 or 4 times. Who knows? He might beg to differ. But anyways, yeah, that literally that was literally all I had. Yeah, Hunter worries me a lot. Like he needs more sleep. He needs to eat. He buys way too many snacks. That is not an example to follow. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes he gets up at like 3 or 4 a.m. and he starts streaming. I don't know what he's doing. I know he works night shift though, so that's or like overnight shift, so that's probably why. It's still scary. But yeah, I guess that's all I had for today. That's everything with my presentation. I was surprised that I managed to talk for over half an hour on this, on literally 8 slides. Is this 8 slides? Wait, let me double check. 10 slides. I forgot to show the final one. Finn. You know how movies end. Finn. But yeah, we did it. We did the presentation. It finally happened. I kept procrastinating, even though I was, well, the first 2 weeks I was busy. The last 2 weeks I was procrastinating until I finally got it done. Yeah, it's been amazing. I can't wait to keep going with streaming, and also I want to start getting more into video editing as well. I did the thing.